Here's how it works. First, go to the city's website and click the Smart 911 link. That will take you to a page that lets you put the information that you would like to provide. As two people were inside, it was a couple. Amazingly, both of those people are okay. Officials say they have minor scrapes and cuts. King County Sheriff's officials are investigating the officer-involved shooting aspect, and Seattle police will have more information on exactly what happened here. But again, a scary situation, as Seattle police are saying a woman was firing a gun. I had a chance to speak with officials that work the downtown. They say this is one of the busiest areas of the city, but it's also one that a lot of folks avoid. Alex has a camera right at her front door, which got great video of the crook committing this crime. But what I learned today from law enforcement is just having a camera like this isn't always enough. Police say it's smart to make sure that nothing of value is visible in your car, but they say your best bet is to take everything of value out, even if you think it's hidden. They found the cracks about 2 weeks ago, and now they're looking to fix them. I got a chance to speak with some of the riders today who say they had absolutely no idea this was happening. You know, we had this idea. It's 10 o'clock now, the viaduct closures had started, and we thought we were gonna come out here and just, picturesque cruise through the viaduct. You see Seattle on the waterfront and there's no one on the road. While the auction has plenty of things up for bid that you'd expect to see from a school district, there's plenty of things up for bid you might not expect to see. And holding your things while you're working out isn't really convenient, which doesn't really leave you a lot of options for your stuff. But for some people, the challenge is getting used to these new vehicles that are taking up the sidewalks here in Tacoma and doing so pretty fast. And while the thousands of people who come out here to shop and buy fish don't want to see this tradition change, the folks who've worked here for decades don't want to let it go either. The thing about practicing inside is it doesn't give you the same opportunities that practicing outside does. And just like that, we're off. Cal Anderson Park, a place where dozens sit and enjoy their Sunday, except one family.
Just a lot right now. It's just a lot right now.
Because this park will now always be a terrible reminder.
And I still can't believe she's gone. I still gotta wrap my mind around that.
Police say around 2:45 Sunday morning, they responded to Cal Anderson Park. They found a 25-year-old woman stabbed in the chest. The victim died. For this family, the victim is much more than a 25-year-old woman.
Everybody that's here cares about Rachani.
She was a daughter, she was a sister, and she was a mother.
She worked hard for her daughter mainly. That was her main goal, to make sure her daughter was well taken care of, and she did that.
This is Amariana. She's 6 years old, and now she will grow up without her mom. This is just one story of loss.
1, 2, 3. Love you, Rachani!
Give me a kiss. That's why this family is willing to share their story.
We love you. We love you, baby. We're going to get you some justice here, I promise you.
Because a 25-year-old mother of one is gone due to violence, and the family needs answers.
You got a camera right there. You got cameras down there. You got people that can see stuff, and nobody's coming forward. All they can say is a 25-year-old girl was found stabbed and died. I mean, that's it. That's all she get.
Reporting in Seattle, AJ Janavel, Q13 News.
Saw a car speeding down, ran into a car, and she just started yelling, "Run, run, run, run!"
A car chase through these narrow neighborhood streets terrorized this community Tuesday.
He was coming really fast. He must have been coming 60, 65.
Colleen Hare watched from her front yard as everything unfolded just a few feet away.
He was driving, like swerving, so he could have come up on the sidewalk and our kids are playing.
Law enforcement captured Curtis Phillips shortly after. Phillips had been on the run for nearly a week and had been locked up for a violent crime. Documents say he pled guilty to a drive-by shooting. Hare says it's terrifying for her and her family.
We knew we wanted to live here because it's safe.
And according to Pierce County documents, it should have never happened. Pierce County Superior Court records show a judge granted Phillips an 8-hour release on July 25th. The reason was to see his grandmother after his grandfather had just passed away. During Phillips' release, the judge required him to wear an ankle bracelet. However, documents show Phillips removed the ankle bracelet and never returned to jail. Phillips also has a history of running away. Documents show from September 2017 to January 2018, a 5-month period, Phillips escaped from custody 4 separate times.
Just crazy to me. It's just crazy.
I reached out to the Superior Court of Pierce County to see if the judge considered these factors when approving Phillips' release. However, officials told me they cannot comment on pending cases.
It's awful. I can't believe that they would let someone out that's such a liability and a risk, and that they wouldn't have someone constantly with him.
Reporting in Pierce County, AJ Janavel, Q13 News.
Chairs, he's been taking chairs.
Paint this up.
Another man's treasure has new meaning with Tacoma Public Schools.
1, 2, 3.
This week, the district is taking supplies past their prime and giving them new life.
This is all me.
In the first ever silent auction, anyone has the chance to come to the old Hunt Middle School gym and pick up discounted supplies.
It would be used well in my classroom.
Bridget Chapman is a teacher at Rainier High School. She tells me she's saved a lot of money coming to the auction.
26 of them. There's a bunch.
While the auction has plenty of things up for bid that you'd expect to see from a school district, there's plenty of things up for bid you might not expect to see.
Adhesive tape to gloves to basketballs, jump ropes.
Sharia Estrada works for Tacoma Public Schools. She says for the district's first silent auction, they've been busy.
We were not prepared for the influx of people who came in the first 2 hours. It was a mad dash.
Some of the supplies the district is auctioning in the past would go to third-party sellers who would take a cut.
We're just trying to find a way where we got the full profit.
Estrada says they're doing pretty well. In the first 2 days, they've already made more than $10,000.
So all the proceeds and profits from this would go back to the students.
Whatever is left.
And in turn, for buyers like Bridget, these deals are helping other local organizations and schools.
It's a great idea.
In Tacoma, AJ Janavel, Q13 News. Sometimes life deals us what seems like a knockout punch.
It works, it works.
And we decide if we're going to stay down for the count. In a small workout room,
It is fairly small for the amount of people, but we make it work.
tucked behind the Snohomish Fitness Center,
Setting up tasks for them to do.
Lorraine McCurry gets ready for a packed house.
Alrighty, do you guys need a drink of water?
Head coach McCurry is training fighters.
1, 2, 3,
Even though
1, 2,
they may not be the faces
5.
5.
you'd expect to see in the ring.
Grab cross. You have more pep. You have more energy.
I'm a hustler. I don't give up.
Every week,
1, 2, 3, 4.
these boxers strap up and work out.
Woo!
No one has a match scheduled anytime soon, but every single one of these boxers are in the fight of their lives.
When I first found out, it was like, oh my God.
Jab, cross.
You see, the name of the boxing club
It's called Rock Steady Boxing. Jab, cross, cross.
has a special meaning.
The purpose of it, of course, is to fight the Parkinson's symptoms.
Keep breathing, doing good.
All of these boxers have Parkinson's disease.
Get off my bag, Jack!
For Aid Eitner, the symptoms started a few years ago. But he says boxing at Rock Steady for the last 2 years has slowed the progression.
Alrighty.
This helps with the exercise, the balance, the fatigue.
Ooh. Keep on trucking. You know, I'm not going to let it get me.
Denise Konkoski says when she found out her diagnosis, she saw the disease as a life sentence.
You know, why me?
Now, with Rock Steady, it's given her a new outlook.
It's a gift because it keeps my spirits up.
We're gonna power up, hands by your side, palms in.
These stories
Good.
are especially meaningful for McCurry.
Alright, come on up.
While she focuses on the boxers in her gym every week,
They're about hip width apart.
there's one special person always in the back of her mind.
He spent, 10, 15 years taking care of her the best he could.
McCurry's grandmother had Parkinson's.
She came out to my wedding, and that was probably one of the last trips that she took.
At the time, treating the disease was much different.
When people were given a diagnosis of Parkinson's, they were told to go home and rest.
She tells me the symptoms progressed quickly.
4, 3, knee, 2.
Now,
5, 6, 7, 8.
McCurry is able to make a change in the lives of people like her grandmother.
What we can do is we can stop it from getting worse. If you start low, Joanne's gonna start high.
If her grandmother was here right now, there's one thing McCurry believes she would say.
That she's proud of me.
And in this room full of fighters, they are proud too.
Come in here maybe, and then you leave here with a smile.
Proud of themselves
There you go, David.
for not letting this disease keep them down.
All right, over here, we're doing hand weights.
And thankful. Thankful McCurry is in their corner helping them fight.
1, 2, duck, 5, 2.
It makes you want to live your life still.
For every one of these people, when life dealt them a knockout punch, they got right back up
1, 2.
1, 2.
and kept fighting.
Never give up. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do. Never give up.
Woo!
Reporting in Snohomish County, AJ Janavel.
1, 2, 3.